Hello, everyone out there. I bring you greetings as always, and I hope each and every one of you is doing great. And welcome back to our channel, which is Tutoring Made Easy. The goal of this channel is to make math easy and enjoyable. So it's a family. It's a family. We want to help as many people out there around the world who might find math as a difficult subject, so that they can be encouraged taking more math classes here and there. So if this is the first time coming in contact with our channel, or you've been watching our videos, but you've not gotten the right time to subscribe, please, whatever you're doing, please, if you can do that, just press that subscription tab, subscribe, like the video and share it to as many people as possible. If you're already a subscriber, we want to thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. We thank you because you're supporting this great channel to help as many people as possible. We are grateful. Also, if you have any comments concerning specific math topics that you want us to do a video on, feel free to drop it in the comment section below, and we'll do a video on that. Today we're going to do a new topic. The topic is inequalities. But as always, we want to know, where are we coming from? Remember, we treated a topic called equations, and we mentioned that equations are expressions. If you remember, we said that they are mathematical expressions. They are mathematical expressions that have equal to signs. They are mathematical expressions that have equal to sign. They have this equal to sign in them. All right. But however, on the flip side, with inequalities, they are also mathematical expressions. They are also mathematical expressions, but this time you don't have that sign in there. But they rather have, these are what they have, what it comes with. It comes with these signs. It has the these signs. It has these signs. So you have the less than sign. We call this the less than sign. The less than, it's less than. Sorry. It's known as the less than sign. Less than sign. The next one is this sign right here. It means less than and equal to. Less than and equal to. Less than or equal to. The number is less than that number, or it's equal to that number. We also have another one which goes like this. You have greater than. It's called the greater than. The greater than sign. The greater than sign. And then finally we have this, which is the greater than or equal to sign. The greater than or equal to sign. So with equations, we only saw. So if you remember, we had things like this. We could have a quadratic equation, like maybe 2x squared minus 3x plus 9, for example, is equal to 0. We only see this sign there, equal to, in there. Or we could have something like y equals to minus 2x minus 3. All we have is this sign in there. However, with the inequalities, we can have 2x squared minus the 3x plus 9, but rather you can have a sign like less than 0. Or it could be the same 2x squared minus 3x plus 9 is less than or equal to 0. Or we can have y is greater than negative 2x minus 3, or we can have y is greater than or equal to negative 2x minus 3. So those are the circumstances where we can find these signs, and then that makes it an inequality rather than an equation problem. So I hope you've seen the difference so far. Equations, you only find equal to signs in them, but with inequalities, you find less than sign in there. You can also sometimes find less than or equal to sign there. You could sometimes find greater than sign there, or you can find a greater than or equal to sign there. Now, what do these signs probably mean? Let's say that you have this sign. If I say find the numbers that are greater than 5. If I say greater than 5, we mean that we are looking at the number 6. You cannot start from 5 because it's greater than 5. So you have to start from 6, 7, up to maybe infinity, right? If on the other hand we have maybe greater than or equal to 5, then we have to start from 5 because it's equal to, or equal to is greater than and all or equal to 5. So we start from 5, add 6, 7, 8, up to infinity. What about the flip side? Let's say less than 5. If you have less than 5, it means we are looking at numbers that are less than 5. We can start from negative infinity, and then we can come all the way to maybe 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We cannot add 5 because it says less than 5. Numbers less than 5. So these are the numbers. It will start from the negative side. We're starting from all over here. Negative side all the way to 0, 1, 2, 3 to 4. Right? But here, the greater than and equal to, or greater than or equal to, we start from 5 all the way to positive infinity. Positive infinity. All right. Now, let's imagine that it's a less than or equal to, let's say 6. We're going to start from what? Negative, right? Negative infinity. Some numbers, all the negative numbers, and we get to 0. We start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we add 6 because there's equal to, greater than or equal to 6. So that's why we're adding 6 to it. So with this understanding, it could help us to be able to solve inequality problems. So inequality is the same as equations. The only difference is the sign. The only difference is the sign. And then there's one other thing that we'll come to. And then when we are dividing, the sign changes. So we'll take a look at that, and then we can take a look at that. Let's look at, maybe you are giving something like this. Let's say you have 7x squared minus 3x minus y minus 2z plus 4p minus 5x, and we have it less than 0. This is an inequality. I hope you all agree. This is an inequality. It's not an equation. It's an inequality. It's not an equation. If it's an equation, this side has to be equal to, right? But it's not. So it is what? An inequality. Now, what do we do? As always, we're going to group the like terms together. We're going to group things together. If you look at this here, we don't have any x squared in it. So we just going to keep it 7x squared. If we look at this 3x, there's something here. So we bring it together, right? We can bring that one together by having negative 3x minus 5x. The sign didn't change because we didn't cross any sign. We just brought it together. We've not crossed this sign here. We've not done anything unusual. So the sign never changed. The sign will not change if you are rearranging. If you are just rearranging, it doesn't change. But if the variable crosses the equal to sign or an inequality sign, then the sign changes. So we have 7x squared minus 3x and then negative 5x. We said the negative didn't change because we are just rearranging. If you look at y, do we have any y in the expression? No. So we're just going to keep that y, negative y. What about this one? Z, that's the only one. So we keep the negative z, the negative 2z just like that. And then the last one is going to be 4p. And then we have our less than 0. Now the next thing is to simplify. We have 7x squared minus 8x. Remember, this and this are negative numbers. We are owing two people. We are owing $3 somewhere, owing another $5 somewhere. We are owing 2. So that's why this is negative 8x. And then we have minus y minus 2z plus 4p, and it's less than 0. So the rules in algebraic expression or equations will apply with the inequality sign. So the only thing that changes is the knowing the presence of the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, those signs, and then one other thing that we'll be looking at very, very shortly. All right. So let's say that you and I have been given this problem. Let's say we have negative x, and it's less than or equal to 4. Less than or equal to 4. What are we going to do? Right? We are looking for x. So it's minus x less than or equal to 4. We divide both sides by this negative, right? Negative 1, so that we can find x. And once we divide here by negative 1, we also have to divide here by negative 1. And when we do that, this cancels out. Once it cancels out, remember we're having x, right? The sign here has to change. This sign here has to change to the opposite, which is greater than or equal to 4 over negative 1, which is negative 4. Therefore, our x is greater than or equal to negative 4. This will be the answer. This will be the answer. And they say if they ask us to find the truth set, then the truth set, or what we call the solution set, will be this. It's going to be what? It's going to be x such that our x belongs to all real numbers. Remember, we said every number in the world is a real number. So x that we have found is such that that x is a real number, and that x is greater than or equal to negative 4. If they say put it on the number line, if we have to put it on the number line, we draw a number line like that, and then we know that 0 is always in the middle, and this is negative 4. Where's negative 4? Negative 4 should be somewhere here, and we draw a circle on top of it, right, like this. And then look at this sign here. You see, this point is showing the right side. This elbow is to the right. So we're going to take it to the right like this. We're saying that this negative 4 is to the right. Numbers greater than negative 4, they are on this right side. But because it is greater than or equal to, we're going to shade inside the ball, meaning that that negative 4 is also inclusive. That negative 4 is also inclusive. Let's take one more example. Imagine that we are also being given this problem. Let's say we have negative 3x minus let's say 5, and is greater than 7. What we do first is to what? Rearrange, right? Or group like terms. Now we have our negative 3x here. We have this greater than here. We have this 7 moving. Being there doesn't move. But this 5 has to move here. Once it moves, that's the sign, the negative sign changes. It changes to positive 5. And then we are going to have, once it changes, we are going to have negative 3x greater than 12. Negative 3x is greater than 12. But we are not done yet, right? We're not done yet. We need to continue. We're going to have negative 3x greater than 12. We divide both sides by negative 3. We divide both sides by negative 3. And we do that, the sign will change. Why does the sign change? Sign should change. Sign should what? Change. Why?